something with what God shows you and with what God gives you. If you don't do something with it, then it'll be just another thing that you have heard, another word that you have heard. All right? The next thing, um, we praying, but we're not praying. Uh, it's something about praying, and then it's something about praying with understanding. All right? There's something about praying without understanding. All right, listen, guys. I want y'all to help me. I, I'm I'm not supposed to go past this thing right here. Yeah, whether I'm up here or down there. All right. So if I'm walking and you see me going too far, just kind of hold your hand, and it'll kind of keep me within line. Anybody understand that? Anybody ever understand? Listen, there's a guy, a guard there. You're not supposed to go past that. All right. All right. So I'm gonna try to stay within the confine. And one of the things I'll share some things later, but God showed me some things and God told me some things, and I see the enemy not just in the sidelines of things, but the enemy is in here, and he's trying to rearrange some things. But he's dealing with the right person, because God will rearrange some things. So is he trying to rearrange some things? See, the enemy's job is to get a foothold, and once he can get a foothold, then he can kind of maneuver his way. But the devil is a liar. So that's why I'm telling you, some of you understand some things, but you don't understand things. You think you have. A lot of us think we are at a place in God, and we're not. Just be honest. Let me share something with you. If my mind is darkened, my eyes are darkened by the enemy, how in the world like I, who is saved and walking in the light, can't see that my mind is darkened? I'm saved now. Let's say I'm two different people. I'm saved, but the other person, mine is me, is darkened. His eyes is blind to the things of God. But me who is here can't see that this person is darkened, is blinded by the enemy, and he's being used by the enemy. And I can't see it. How? Is it I don't want to see it? Or I'm thinking because the person talks about Jesus once a week that they are? How? How? Listen, let me share something with you. The spirit that is in this person that's dominating will control this person who's ignorant. And even though you save, I watch it, I see it right in here. One thing I'll tell you about people who deal with witchcraft is control. One thing I found out about people who deal with witchcraft, if you as a believer refuse to shake his or her hand, they won't be offended. You know why? Because they know you recognize them. So Doris, I know this took a turn. The water is trouble. Don't worry about it. We'll get in the water. We'll get in the water. What is he talking about? This ain't got nothing to do with the water's trouble. Well, listen, we can go to the pool. Well, we got to get this out of the first and then go to the pool. And so here it is. You have a person who's in witchcraft. And what the person is doing is controlling you, who is a believer. And you don't realize the person is controlling you. But you say you know God. I didn't say love God. I say no. If you know God, you have to recognize what isn't God. And if you recognize what isn't God, don't tell me what you say. Show me what to do. I'm not going to let you control my walk with God, because you're going to lead me in a way that is not of God. And it's going to bring conflict to the house of God if I let you lead me. Let me share something with you. What you do in your home will eventually manifest in the church. And you will think it's right. Okay? Let's say your calling is whatever. You have this calling on your life. But you come to church maybe one Sunday out of a month. How you going to pastor me? And you're a pastor. I remember this man of God. Listen to this. This man of God some years ago. And I didn't know why it stuck with me, but it stuck with me. And he said this. He said he would go to church, like have church on Sunday morning. And it would be early morning, service. But he said whenever the college basketball games are on, he dismissed the service early because he ain't missing his games. And God dealt with him. 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 You know today, that church up for sale. Because see, what you do in your home, what you put first in your home, it'll manifest in the church and try to control the atmosphere. Pastor, can I control your atmosphere? You want to. You want to. But I refuse to let you. God showed me last night in a dream, and I was telling my wife about it this morning. I didn't understand all of it. I understood. I still don't understand all of it. And may not understand it, as to why. But I was walking by this like Front Street, walking down Front Street. And a young lady from the church was there, and I saw her. And then I saw a young man. His son had died years ago. And his son and myself, we were good friends. Cousins, but we were good friends. And he died years ago. Got drowned. You would know what I'm talking about. And so I remember walking down Front Street, but I was coming this way. But I was downtown on that side of Front Street. But on Front Street, there was a funeral home. What it's doing there, I don't know. And I saw the people, and I asked the dad, I said, how you doing? And he said, I'm doing okay. And, and it was like his son had just died. And I'm thinking to myself, that in a dream, the boy been dead in the world. How crazy is this? That's what I'm saying in the dream. And so as I'm walking down the street, a young lady from the church here, I saw her. And we kind of like stopped, talked a little bit, and I looked back at the funeral home. But the window was open. You could have seen into the funeral home because the windows were open. And I could see the caskets and stuff like that in there. And I could see, like the body. And the man that was laying there, like just put his legs up in the air. It's like you tired of sleeping. Like a person young and like they just got up. And I'm thinking to myself, what kind of crazy is this? That's what I say to myself. What is this? You don't do that when you're dead. You just dead, You already in the casket and stuff. And I couldn't have saw. I didn't see this. So I looked back and started talking to the person again. And I looked back and the person did it again. I was like, oh no, this ain't normal here, man. Nobody don't do this, man. And about this time, a lady that was in the another casket, because the undertaker was in there. And then he walked to the door and looked down to where I was talking to the young lady. And about this time, the young lady that was in there in a casket, she got out of the casket. Like she was tired and stuff, she got out. And I remember she had on a pink dress, trimmed in white. And she had on white shoes with the white lace socks that like you put on the little kids. That. She was a light-skinned lady. And the man was like, you know, I'm looking, and the man was like, no, you need to go back and get in the casket. And the lady didn't say anything, but she was kind of forceful. I guess she couldn't say, I don't know. And so the man is kind of like, okay, well, just let it go. And the lady stood there, and then I'm looking at I looked back toward the lady that I was talking to, and I said, man, you see this? And she was like, oh, they do that? Lady, let me tell you something. Listen. They don't do that. Now, listen. I'm getting ready to make a new exit on here, but they don't do that. That is not normal right there. And so, that was that, and then I remember that in a dream. Crazy, man. It's a crazy dream. It's crazy. But God will show you things. And God will tell you things. And God will let you see things. And God will let you know things. And God will take you places. And God will let you see things. And God will have you to speak things. And he will have you to look. And you will see things that, listen, let me share this. Some people can't stand to be blessed. And God will try them just to let you, so you will know you ain't ready for it. Anytime God gives you something, what he gives you is never designed to take you away from him. It's to bring you closer to him. If what God gives you take you away from him, then you better start questioning. Because it's not designed for this. Anything God gives you is designed to enhance your life and your walk with him. Not to set you back. Then I'll explain to you in a little bit why I ain't going that far. Wisdom. Everybody in the church is not in here for the right reason. Some are in here so that they can tell others, look, you see? I'm here to say the same thing. Look, you didn't see. Watch things. Watch things. All right? All right. We're still talking about principalities, rulers. Let me share something with you. God showed me something, taught me some stuff there this week right here. It shook me. Well, past week. This is a new day, new week. Friday, that shook me, and I told the Lord, I missed what you was really trying to tell me. Remember when the Lord had told us, he said, you're dealing with some very powerful principalities. Let me tell you something. God said, I took you into principalities and tell you that you're dealing with very powerful principalities because this is what's controlling your area. Not just your area, your families. This is why they cannot receive what they should receive. Let me share something with you. This is why your loved one can't come out of sin. Let me help you. It's Sunday. I'll help you on Sunday. Monday through Saturday, don't bother me. No, I'm just kidding. You ain't gonna get the kind of help you get today. You'll get some help, but it won't be that kind. Listen, and don't take it the wrong way, but I don't care if you take it personal. It doesn't bother me. Listen to me. There was a lady that gave a story. And anybody in here, do you feel that you have gone further than certain people in your family, or members in your family? Your walk with God, prosperity, different things such as that God is doing, educational wise, whatever. Do you feel like you've gone further than anybody in your family? Huh? Spiritually. Okay, he said spiritual. We'll keep it on the spiritual now. On the physical, he said no. So. All right, let me help you out. Lady said God showed her some years ago, and I'm going to use it in this sense. God showed us some years ago some little small animals. Little small, they wasn't bad animals, but little small animals. Little small. And every one of them had chains on them, so they couldn't go but so far. And then there was this one that started walking. And it looks as though this one was going further than the rest of them, because this one was going like left the group. The rest of them that were chained couldn't go but so far. They could only go around in the little area. But the one without the chain was going. And you could look into the distance. That one was going. She was saying, she saw that one. It got way out there, away from the ones that it grew up around, that was growing up around. We could say the siblings. And she said she looked and she saw it was like almost out of sight. And then as she kept looking, she saw it too had chains on it. So it could only go but so far. But it looked like it was prospering. Though it was separate from the family and it was going someplace, but it couldn't go still but so far. Ain't that something? The Bible says, he whom the Son has set free is free. You know what free means? There is no limitations as to how far you can go in him and with the thing he's made available to you. If there's a limitation, there are shackles someplace. Right? All right? All right, now anybody know what a principality is? Come on, people. We're talking about prince and rulers and all this stuff. Principality. What is it? They hurt your area. They rule. I thought you said hurt the area. Principality in the biblical times was known as a state ruled by a prince, governor, and was usually related to a small state or a state that falls within a large state or nation. Principality. God said, you're dealing with principalities. Okay? It can be that which holds or has held rule over a population. A principality can have dominion within the confines of a larger dominion or rule. No. Now I want you to understand, prince and princesses are designed to govern under principalities, to rule. Let me share something with you to help you out. See, when you deal with prince and principalities over a region, what they does is they influence their ways to that community. In other words, I have to teach you how to think my way. This is what kings, and when these people come into rule, they bring their laws and they teach you how to think and do things their way. In order for that kingdom to be successful, you must think and do things my way. Because if you do it your way, then there's treason you're going to commit, or you are against my kingdom, my way. Listen, you are against my prince, my governor, who have set rulership in this place and laid laws. You get the word principal. What is the word? What is the work of a principal in a school? What do they do? Rules over. You serious? Are you kidding? A principal rules over. And he or she is governed by a certain rule. And he or she cannot go outside of these guidelines because the state has set up. Because the principality has set up guidelines. Now you can do certain things your way, but you can't do much your way because we have set up guidelines. And this is what you must do. You must do this because you're the principal, you're the overseer. You are the governor of that school. You're the prince of that school. Y'all got it? Listen, I need somebody else to write and record this besides teacher. All right? Because I need this information. All right? Now, woman of God, and the Bible says you seek and you shall find. Knocking, doors be open, ask and shall be given. You seeking, you knocking, you get to the place to where, okay, God, listen, something ain't going right. Listen, what is going on? Listen, I should be growing, I should be doing this, what's going on? They ain't gonna take you into things like this. Okay. Because of what you know, you're not dealing with just the little average things because of what you cast out. And because of the position you hold in the spirit realm. I place you in the spirit realm as a governor to rule territories where you yourself cannot carry out the order. And when you can't carry out the order, you must be replaced. And in some cases, you must be destroyed. Because you have the ability to rule, to take over. Woman of God said, as she was traveling a certain place, for a brief moment, she was coming into a city. A brief moment, God allowed her to see the principality over that city. It was a huge demon standing over the city. And this demon was influencing his ways over that city. And the people were carrying out his agenda. What are you talking about? Can't be true. Well, I'm sorry. It is true. I need that tablet out of there. There's a tablet. Not a computer tablet. The actual tablet that is almost obsolete. They don't use them. So when you say tablet, they think this. Yeah, there you go. Notebook tablet. You know what I'm talking about? You get them from Walmart, Dollar General. Much of nothing. They almost obsolete. You bring one of these right here, the people are laughing. What is that? It's stuff that you can write, a journal, or just whatever you can do with it. Oh, we don't use that in school. What do y'all use? We use tablets. What do you mean tablets? This is the tablet. What do you mean? Oh, we use tablets. We use, all our stuff is like a small computer. Oh, that's a tablet. Well, when I was in school, this is a tablet. And I don't need the internet for this. There ain't no buffering. There's no interruption. Listen, go to Ephesians 6 and 12. Ephesians 6 and 12. You'll learn some stuff. This is why you're in the condition that you're in. This is why you haven't come out of the condition you're in. Because when God started us out, coming against the principality, the territorial demon that holds the territory here, even though I speak and say I am the person that God has placed over this territory, this huge demon saying, you are within my territory. Now God gave us the understanding of angels. All right, Ephesians 12, go ahead. 4.
For we wrestle not against flesh and blood.
Okay, we've been over that too now. We wrestle not against flesh and blood. It ain't, listen, the battle is not about me fighting Tanya, but it's about what Tanya is dealing with, me fighting that. Okay? Flesh and blood, I'll be fighting her. That's not what it's about. God is a spirit. I'm born again. That makes me a born again spirit. Go ahead.
But against principalities.
Now you got principality. You got these territorial demons. The woman of God said, as she came to the place, she saw this demon, and the demon was set up, and he was standing where 4 counties come together. And the demon was controlling 4 counties. Now here's what you don't understand. That demon is there as a prince, but he's in the region of a principality. So there's a demon over him. All right? Now, that demon at that time was the one that influenced drugs into the community. You'll get it in a little bit. But now the demons, listen, drug wasn't the only thing. The love of money was the root, it is the root of every kind of evil. So this demon that was there, listen, it brought money, not just drugs. And then what the demon did was, the counties were known for the movement of drugs to different areas because there was a lot of back roads. Now what happened was, in one of the counties, there was a sheriff who turned blind eyes to the drug in the area because he was on the payroll. See the demon working? The love of money. So in other words, what this police decided to do was, as long as I'm on your payroll, I won't bother your sin. No matter how many people it kills or destroy, I won't bother your sin as long as you keep me on the payroll. Go ahead, Sister Sean.
Against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places.
Against, go ahead. Look at that right there. In what places? Low places. No places. So if we are up against these, then why haven't my prayers changed yet? Why is my prayer about what I want and not what he wants? I know you want to have church where you want to have a good time. The water's still trouble. But when I'm through, you will have a reason to get in it. Because it'll cleanse you. A woman of God, listen, so she was on drugs. And she taking drugs because she didn't know anything about the feeling the Holy Ghost gives her. Because she didn't know Jesus. So she was taking drugs to try to get a feeling that only he could give her. That's why you got people that do things to their bodies. Because all they're looking for, I hadn't met him yet. He's the only one can give you satisfaction. Everything else is temporary. And everything else becomes doors for these demons to enter you. There they go right now. Now, also, the sheriff was in witchcraft because he was influenced by this prince or principality to marry a woman from a foreign country. Jesus Christ. So therefore, bringing him into witchcraft. Now you see the prince that's over the area. He got drugs flowing in and out of the area. He got people desiring it. Listen, let me share something with you about your family that you don't know. This is why they can't break out of certain things and can't break certain habits, because they are principalities, they are princes that are over families. Oh yeah, he do good. Yeah, he's this, he do good. But why is he doing that? Because he's being influenced by a prince that is assigned to that family. And no one has taken authority over it. Now listen. Let's list some of the princes, because it can be, and I'm not trying to put nobody area where you live at. The people on Facebook, YouTube here, and then they'll turn around and come to your area looking for it. But let's just say you were from Jonestown. Okay? Now you got one prince that's over Georgetown. And that one prince, and there's another prince that's over Jonestown. And there's another prince that's over whatever town. And there's another prince that's over whatever town. Now, in certain areas you can go to, drugs is more prevalent in that area than it is in that area because of the prince that's over that area. But now when you go to this area, homosexuality is more prevalent. Boy, he's knocking on wood. God will teach you some things. See, homosexuality is more prevalent in an area because of the prince that's over that area, the demon. I'm calling them prince because they're rulers. They're demons that's over that area. Then you can go to another area and people commit more adultery. Tell me what's in your area. Because only you, listen, what you have heard it for a reason. What you used to do, you did it for a reason. Now when you can identify with what's going on, you can say that's in my area. So if that is in my area, that's the type of demon that's in my area. That's the type of demon that's over my family. In certain areas you have people fornicating even more. Now I want you to understand this. Everybody that moves to your area isn't moving there by the will of God. Some people are moving there by the will of Satan. So what Satan does is he sends this person from that country to the United States. Why? Because I need that demon in that country to set up and establish his kingdom. It is never good for a country to become a melting pot. Because anytime a country becomes a melting pot, it falls. And the reason why it falls, listen, we've looked at it all type of way, but the reason why it falls, listen, when in Rome you do as Romans. Rome allowed all these people in because they were looking at this kingdom as growing. But the people were bringing their ways. The U.S. allowed different people in, and when they allowed certain people in, witchcraft came in.
Amen.
There's a man in the state of state. All right, I don't want to call it state. He's in the state. And he himself happened to be from a little island near Dominican Republic. All right. He's near there. The people over there look like us. You got it? All right. The rest of them are no geographers, so don't worry about it. Geography. Don't worry about it. Me and you, we on one accord. We there. They look like us. Okay? But witchcraft is prevalent there. So the man is here in the U.S. because he got in illegally. But now he's been here for so long, well, he lived there now, blah, blah, blah. He decides to sacrifice his family. Kills them. Put them in an altar beneath the place where he prays. And built a cement monument around him. Now the people wonder what happened to his family. He don't know. See, in that country, you do that. In this country, let me tell you something. The demon said, I cannot go into your country except you move there. And if you move there, being that I am territorial, you gave me permission to come with you. I don't think I don't think you understanding where I'm going. I don't think you understand what I'm talking about. What has set itself up in the area you lived in? There's a reason why that person was talking to you about a specific thing and you thought it was news, gossip. And God is saying, I'm letting you hear what has set up in your community. Ephesians 2. Lord, help me. Help me. I don't want to be like this. I want to be what you call me to be. I want to do what you call me to do. When I made my mind up and said, okay, God, this was Friday. I made my mind up and said, okay, God, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to be. Listen, I shortchanged you. I failed you. I wasn't where I was supposed to be. I was doing things that you called me not to do. When I made my mind up to start doing it, demons left. They just, then I told him, I said, I know about you. I know about you. I know what you're trying to do, even in here. See, here's what they do. They weigh you down. Go ahead, Sister Sean. Go ahead. Ephesians 2, starting at verse 1. Same book. Y'all ain't got 40 turns. Same book. Just start flip. If you got a tablet, you ain't got to do much. Some of them you can flip. Some of them you can't, you know. Some of them will give you the thing like you flip on a page. Then some of them, you know, you could just kind of like, you know, Ephesians. Go ahead.
And you hath he quickened who were dead in trespasses and sins.
Now, this is talking about Jesus now. And you hath he quickened. He's talking about Jesus and he's talking about us. Who were dead in trespasses and sins. Go ahead, Sister Sean. Just catch this now.
Wherein in time past ye walked according to the course of this world.
What? You walked according to the course of this world. It ain't no coincidence that you got involved with somebody who want to do sexual sins and you give in. This is why I don't encourage people to marry unsaved people. This is why I don't marry people at all. So if you think about getting married, just go ahead and scratch Pastor King off the list. I will come to your wedding, but I'm not uniting you. And I definitely ain't laying hands on you until I see some things that God has shown me and you worthy of it. Then I'll lay hands on it and bless it. So if I hadn't blessed it, go, Sister Sean.
According to the prince of the power of the air.
Say that again. According to the prince of the power of the air. So in other words, whatever prince was in my area, that's what I did. So I want you to understand, you didn't do no sin that was different from anybody else in your area, because that was the sin. That was the prince that was over there. That's why he influenced adultery. That's why he influenced fornication. That's why he influenced drug sales. That's why he influenced drug addicts. Because that was the prince that was in your area. And he's still in your area. The only reason you ain't doing it now, because you saved. You refuse to walk after that course anymore. And if you save and you're still doing it, then you are walking still after the course of the principality that is in the area. sickness, disease, all these things, they're set up. You end up with them. How? Because of that prince that is in that area that is causing all these sickness and all these disease. Well, mama died with that. Oh, well, I got it now. The devil is a liar. I do not walk after that course anymore. You find people who are in religion who do it. Take them, listen. Sooner you see them in church, they jumping and shouting, singing them songs. I ain't gonna go into it. Singing them songs, stuff like that, and they doing all this stuff right here. And they got all this stuff right here. And then when they get through, go outside. I got this right here. Let's go to the motel. What? How you gonna ask me something like that? If you didn't want it, you wouldn't be laughing. You would be offended. But let me share something with you, baby. The devil has dealt with you just like he's dealing with me. So we might as well go ahead and make it happen. I don't do that though. See, I don't do that. That's what you say. That's what you saying. I ain't never done that, blah, blah, blah. But you know those who have. So you know that is the demon that is actually at work. How many demons you think? How many people give in to this every Sunday? Next thing you see them, they got cigarettes on the church property smoking. Hey, how you doing? And they talking to you and the smoke still in them. They talking to you. And as they talk, then the smoke come out. How long could you hold that thing in your lungs? You ever seen people smoke? That's the demon that's in the community. That's the demon. That's why you got young kids who don't know anything about being influenced by the enemy, and they call it peer pressure. Peer my foot. That's a demon that's influencing you to give in to the one he is using. And the one he's using is another young lady or young boy who come up to you and offer you the stuff and keep nagging you until you give in to it. I ain't getting into pornography yet because you looking at it in your house. Did I say the word right? Pornography. Pornography. Some of us have went to school and become professors at pornography. What do you call that person? A pornographist. Oh, I've seen this before. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Oh, you a professor at this. Let me tell you what's going to happen. This girl going to do this and that guy going to do. How you know that? I've seen this before. I done seen all of them. Yeah, you professor at this. But the enemy is working you because he has set up territory in this area with pornography. Oh yeah, you let it in your house and you ain't did nothing with it, and now it's controlling the atmosphere in your home because you allowed it. Now, if I don't shake your hand and I don't hug you after the service, then you might be dirty. And I don't mean dirty as far as you didn't take a shower. Go ahead, Sister Sean.
The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience.
That's an unsaved person. Because that's a spirit working in those people who are disobedient, who are unsaved. You ever seen unsaved people, how they act? We once were it. I don't curse no more. I don't care how mad you get me. I don't curse. I don't care how mad I get, I don't curse. I might say some things like I want to, but I won't say it. Because there's a bridle there that won't let me. You still using pornography. You still using profanity. That's not solving the problem. That's a demon influencing you. And what he does is he causes you to become frustrated, therefore causing you to cuss. And you think it's making you look cute. It's making you look ignorant. Because all it's doing then is open the door to demonic world bigger. Go ahead.
Among whom also we all had our conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh.
Listen. Among whom also we all had our conversation in time past. So none of us, not even me, can say I didn't do it. I'm not retarded. But according to the spirit realm, if I was in the spirit realm, God said, yeah, you retarded. Yeah, you retarded. In the spirit realm, you retarded. I got to fix you. I got the problem. I got to solve the problem. I got the solver of the problem that I got this thing. I can fix this. But you retarded. Because you don't know nothing about this. In time past, I was led by these principalities in my area. Stealing. In and out of jail. Come on, Sister Sean. In time past, this was my conversation. You know what I was talking about in time past? Who I've been with last night. Who I'm going to be with this night. What I was doing. In time past, your conversation was just as stupid as mine was. And you can say, well, I'm a woman, but it wasn't. Well, you gossip. Now, that's nasty. You talk about stuff. In time past, how was your conversation? And I want you to understand right now, in time past, how was your conversation versus now, how is your conversation? If your conversation is still the way it was in time past, there's no change. And this mind needs to be renewed. I'm a loser. Get away from me. Go ahead. In time past, man. Come on.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind.
Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. That's two different things. Fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind. Go ahead.
And were by nature the children of wrath, even as others.
That explains what he did to us, for us. Because that's who we were in time past. Listen, in time past, that was the old me. The new me don't engage in that. And I know now when a person comes and tries to get me involved in it, it means that that spirit that is controlling your family, that used to control me, want to get back in. Because its target is not just you. I want your loved ones also. Yeah, you let it in your house. You let it in. Ain't did nothing either. Boy, I feel so good to be free. I can talk about this stuff now. Go ahead. Oh, Sean, you did good. You did good. Thank you, Sean. You did good. I'm telling you, man. You do so good. I'm proud of you. Daniel 10, verse 13. Pastor, we ain't jumping in the pool yet. The service ain't over yet. Listen, when you leave here, this pool will still be here. You come back this afternoon, they go to the pool right now. Step in it. See, I'm preaching a message that'll call you to roll in it. Good Lord have mercy, I need help, boy. You know what the Lord, you know what? Because you're still looking at stuff on the internet you ain't got no business at night when nobody's watching. But I want you to understand, God sees all things. Woo. Young man he's very good with computers and stuff. He grabbed my computer years ago. He said, man, let me go back into your history and see what you were looking at. I said, what the world? You can go back into your history and look at what I'm looking at? Yeah, I can go back into your history and see what you were watching. I said, Lord, don't let none of this foolishness come up, because I was watching some stuff. Can I see what you've been watching? Check your history. Anybody got a laptop, computer, a tablet? Can I see what you've been watching? Can I check your history? Oh, you're scared now. Ooh, Jesus. Ooh, Jesus. I ain't been just typing. Boy, I asked the Lord, listen, the same way you blot my sins and my transgression, blot it out, Lord. Ooh, Lord have mercy. The same way you blot up my sins and transgression, please blot this out. That end my days of that. What? You mean that? Oh, no, boy. So that's why you find people who will go to someone else's computer and get in it. Because they don't want it to be known that they were the one. Hello. Hello. Smart as you think. There's a way that you can search what the person has been viewing on TV. Even though it was a movie that you bought and slid it. All right. All right. All right. You sitting in the house laughing, and the prince that's controlling the area laughing too. And he already saying, next week, 2 weeks, you're going to be sick. How you mean I'll be sick? See, when your children sick, you sick. Because what you just opened the door to, you brought sickness into your home. Sister Sean, you ready? Listen to this. You can go up go up a little bit. Go up a little bit. A verse up. Sean, what did you start at?
12.
12. All right. Now this is going to help us. All right? Go ahead.
Then he said unto me, Fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand,
go ahead,
and to chasten thyself before thy God,
and to chasten thyself, go ahead,
thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words.
Go ahead, boy. God, listen, God going to answer something, but I'm going to let you know something. Go ahead.
But the prince of the kingdom of Persia withstood me 21 days.
The prince of the kingdom of Persia held me, fought me, tied me up, battled me, not tied up, but battled me for 21 days. The day you prayed, I heard it. But this principality, this prince, would not allow me to enter your territory. You'll catch it a little bit. This prince would not allow the answer to what you were praying for to enter your territory. Do I need to say it again? This demon that was over your territory would not allow the answer to your prayer to end up at your house. You'll catch it a little bit. This demon that is over your territory is the one that's holding up the blessing God gave you. And when you faint in prayer, then what God gave you goes back. Somebody catch it. Because you should have been saying, oh my God, that's the reason why I hadn't been receiving what God promised me 5 years ago. This is the reason why. But I was mad with the wrong person when I should have been mad with what's over my territory. Go ahead.
But lo, Michael, one of the chief princes.
Now listen now. One of the chief princes. I want you to just rest right there. One of the chief princes. Now I want you to understand this now. Listen, when Satan was kicked out of heaven and he took a third of the angels, or the stars they say, but the angels with him. These demons were in these positions already. They were already in these positions. You'll catch it a little bit. They were already stationary. They were already in position. You'll catch it a little bit. You'll catch it a little bit. They were already in position. It ain't like they grabbed a new title. That's why the Bible said this concerning Daniel. Listen, but the chief priest, Prince Michael, but the demon now, the prince of Persia, was one that withstood. But now the chief prince had to come.
Somebody over him.
See, Sister Deborah still stuck. She's saying, he handled that. You're missing it. You're still missing it. You're still missing it. This is the reason why you ain't got your car, because you're still missing it. This is the reason why you ain't got your finance, because you're still missing it. He handled that. But someone with greater authority and greater power had to come and deal with what you are dealing with that you can't deal with on your own. Because I want you to understand this. You don't see in the spirit realm like they are. They know what's going on in the spirit realm. You and I don't have a clue. We look at physical and we fight one another because this ain't happening. And the devil is saying, that's what I want you to do. Because when you fight him or her, it brings division. We left here Wednesday night on one accord. We back in here Sunday and the accord gone. All we got is a Honda accord. We ain't on the same string no more. Playing a different tune. But the devil is a lie. When it's over with, we could be back on one accord again. Sister Sean, go ahead.
My Lord Michael, one of the chief princes, came to help me.
Go ahead. And this is angel talking now. Go ahead.
And I remained there with the kings of Persia. Now I am come to make thee understand.
Listen, and I remained there with the kings, with the kings of Persia. These are rulers. These are rulers of territory. These are rulers. They are principalities. Michael was a prince. The other demon was a prince. And the demon said, listen, and the angel said, and I remained there with the kings of Persia. Go ahead, go ahead.
Now I am come to make thee understand what shall befall thy people in the latter days.
Ooh.
For yet the vision is for many days.
Come on. For yet, listen, I came to help you to understand some things. Go ahead, Sister Sean.
Verse 15. And when he had spoken such words unto me, I set my face toward the ground, and I became dumb.
Ooh, go ahead, talk.
And behold, one like the similitude of the sons of men touched my lips.
Ooh.
Then I opened my mouth and spake, and said unto him that stood before me, O my Lord, by the vision my sorrows are turned upon me, and I have retained no strength.
You're getting ready to shake some things in me. Go ahead.
For now can the servant of this my Lord talk with this my Lord. For as for me, straightway there remains no strength in me,
Go ahead.
neither in their breath left in me.
Go ahead. Listen now, this is a man. And this angel talking to him. Go ahead.
Then there came again and touched me one like the appearance of a man.
Go ahead.
And he strengthened me.
Go ahead. That's what you need. Go ahead.
And said, O man, greatly beloved, fear not. Peace be unto thee. Be strong, yea, be strong. And when he had spoken unto me, I was strengthened and said, Let my Lord speak, for thou hast strengthened me.
Go ahead. Now keep going. Keep going. Let's catch this now.
Then he said, Knowest thou wherefore I come unto thee? And now will I return to fight with the prince of Persia.
Stop. And now I I will return to fight. Because Daniel, I want you to understand this. What you are praying is shaking their kingdom. It is causing a battle to be waged. Wow, God, listen, because he ain't praying for a house, he ain't praying for a car, he ain't praying for this, he ain't praying for that, he ain't praying for all this crazy stuff. Listen, he praying for change in a kingdom. Now, listen now, he said, I'm going back to the fight. Go ahead, tell me that part again. Then said he, knowest thou where thou come, and now will I return to fight with
Prince of Persia.
With the prince of Persia. I'm going to return to fight with this prince. The chief prince, Michael, came and relieved me of this fight. So he's fighting now with this prince. So now I came to bring you this, but I'm going back to contend with the fight. Go ahead. I want you to understand this part right here.
And when I am gone forth, lo, the prince of Grecia shall come. Listen, catch this now. You praying and the answer to your prayers is release. But there's another prince that's getting ready to move into the territory to try to take over and bring different sins. So in other words, it's a constant battle. The weapons of our warfare, but mighty through the pulling down of little holes, short holes, strongholds. In other words, my prayer is pulling down these princes. But when one prince is removed, if I stop praying, another prince shifts in. Didn't I tell you? A demon will send a person because that person has a different type of principality. So that demon will send that person so that the prince, that demonic spirit, can be shifted to your region. Now, not only are they dealing with the prince of Persia, but now they got to deal with the prince of Grecia. It's another demon. It's another strong man. It's another principality. It's another whole territory they're getting ready to deal with. Help us, Lord. We need to understand. We need to know what we're up against. We need to know how to fight. I need to know why the water's trouble and why I need to get in it. I need to know why I need to be walking. Let me help you out. Go to Matthew 8 and 28, starting at 28. I'm going to help you out. You get more help from me on Sundays you get any other day of the week. You get some on Wednesday too, but you get more on Sunday. Pastor, can I get you to buy me lunch? What a day is? Monday? No, I don't buy lunch on Monday. Pastor, can I get you to buy lunch with me? What a day is? Tuesday? No, I don't buy lunch on Tuesday. Pastor, can I get you to buy lunch with me? What a day is? Wednesday? No, I don't buy. I buy you a drink. Because, see, I'm loosening up because Wednesday night coming. Thursday, Pastor, could you buy me a drink? No, I don't buy no drink on no Thursday. Pastor, on Sunday, could you give me a drink? Yeah, I'll give you a drink. Open up your Bible. I'm going to give you a drink of living water. So, Sean, you ready? Talk to us. And when he had come to the other side, into the country of the Gergesens.
Listen now. In the other books, Bible, the other stories that Luke or Mark, it says the Gadarean. Didn't it? Go ahead. What you all say? Gadarean. What you all say? Go ahead.
There met him two possessed with devils.
Two. Listen, how many? How many? How many? Now I want you to understand this. These are territorial demons. Go ahead, Sister Sean. Let me help you out.
There met him two possessed with devils coming out of the tomb.
Coming out of the tomb.
Exceeding fierce, so that no man might pass by that way.
Let me tell you why the men didn't pass by. No, you got to read the whole thing. Go ahead. I'm going to just end. They'll figure it out. Just keep reading, Sean. Go ahead.
And behold, they cried out, saying, What have we to do with thee, Jesus?
What have we to do with you, Jesus? What are you doing here? Go ahead.
Thou Son of God.
Thou Son of God. Listen. He didn't say, Angel of the Lord. No, he didn't, baby. Thou Son of God. I recognize you as the Lord. I recognize you as the owner of everything. You are the Son of the living God. I don't recognize you as Michael. I don't recognize you as Gabriel. I recognize you as the Son of God. Go ahead.
Art thou come hither to torment us before the time?
Before what time? Go ahead.
And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding.
Them pigs. Y'all heard of Boss Hog and the hog pen? No, y'all not ain't thinking about the Boss Hog y'all thinking about. There's a DJ named Boss Hog and the hog pen. Y'all ain't heard of him? And notice I didn't say pig pen, hog pen. Boss Hog and the hog pen. Well, I can tell y'all ain't been to no club in Charleston. You know about Boss Hog and the hog pen. You never heard of him? Where y'all been? Go ahead. I'm the only person.
So the devils besought him, saying, If thou cast us out, suffer us to go away into the herd of swine.
Go ahead, the pigs now, go ahead.
And he said unto them, Go. And when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine.
Go ahead.
And behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea, and perished in the waters.
Let me tell you something. Go ahead, Sister Sean.
And they that kept them fled, and went their ways into the city.
Go ahead.
And told everything, and what was befallen to the possessed of the devil.
Go ahead.
And behold, the whole city came out to meet Jesus.
To meet him now. Go ahead.
And when they saw him, they besought him that he would depart out of their country.
Listen now. Jesus came in there and got rid of the prince that was controlling the territory. And the people got mad and came out to tell Jesus to leave them. Get out of our area. You know why, Sean? You want me to tell you why? Because they were benefiting from the swine feeding and the hog sales. They were benefiting. So they didn't want the demons gone because they were benefiting from what the demons were doing. And see, the demons were there. Let me help you out. The demons were there to keep other people from coming in and bothering what he had set up for them. So in other words, the next time God said, I'm going to deliver you from welfare, and you defend as to why you shouldn't, you telling me that you won't want to be delivered from the demon that is causing you to be in the condition you're in. Who? Not there it is. Here it is. Tell me, baby. Listen. Now you want to get in the pool? See, I'm helpless. And nobody come and roll me in when the water is troubled. The devil is a liar. Stop depending on the system when God is the one who will take care and provide all your needs. And he has provided the Son of God in the midst of your viewing, and he is the resurrection. He is the one that troubles the water. He is the water. But you're so dependent on the system, and you don't want nobody to change the system so that things could be better for you. Because you are so afraid to trust God for what God has promised you. That's why you would rather live in the project, because living there is cheap. Yeah, I said it, and I ain't gonna take it back. And the reason why I'm saying it, because I know God said He's gonna provide your houses. So if you saying you don't want the house, then you saying you don't want to change from the demon that has the situation the way it is where you live. They wanted him gone because he just got rid of the prince that were ruling the area and 2 men. Anybody that came there was afraid to deal with those 2 men because they were protecting the territory. My Lord have mercy. Territorial. Who? I ain't gonna get married again and cut off my check, not my social security check for my husband, but you would rather fornicate than to trust God to provide for you. Ooh. Listen, let me share something with you. Hell don't change because you decide you want to keep a check and live like hell. YouTube, I bless the Lord for you. Hell won't change for me. It's not going to change for you. It's not going to change for nobody who's listening this day. But God will do things to bring honor and glory and integrity into the life of the individual who can trust God for change. Believe God that God is bringing down those strongholds that are in your home. Not just in your home, but that are in your community. There are angels that are warring on your behalf because you heard this message. There is a water that is troubled, and God is saying, if you get in the water, I will change the situation immediately. In the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you. God bless you.